Hi, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day I wish upon our beloved lecturer, Dr. Wiwied Virgiyanti. So today we'll be presenting to you the data privacy in technology, which we are assigned to do the case analysis for the case study in a particular study of area of study. Okay, so we are from group one, and our group consists of four team members, which are me, Amir Iskandar, and then Fakirullah, Muhammad Ashraf, and last but not least, Abdihal Hamza. Alright, so we'll be looking on the case study first. So the data scientist aware of the technology companies' privacy right infringement, the ethical dilemma that have been uh, pointed out by the data scientist is either the raise concerns internally or remain silent. The risk of potential retaliation or professional consequences if concerns are raised. Unethical practices observed in other companies, like big companies such as Facebook, Uber, Google, and Amazon. The decision to confront the dilemma involves weighing the moral obligation to protect the privacy rights against personal and professional risks. So, in this presentation, as I mentioned before, that there are lots of big companies that face the same issue. So, in this presentation, we'll be presenting to you, be explained to you more about the Uber company, which this company really faced this kind of study case. All right, so for the next slide and for the next explanation, I'll pass to my next team member. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. My name is Muhammad Fakirullah bin Muhammad Adnan. Today I will be discussing relevant clauses related to the Uber company data breach issue in 2014. These clauses highlight important ethical and professional practices that should have been followed in that situation. Let's begin by examining the eight relevant clauses which are displayed on the slides. We will discuss each one in detail. The first relevant clause is 1.01, which states accept full responsibility for own work. This clause emphasizes the importance of taking ownership and being accountable for one's actions. In relation to the Uber data breach, it means that Uber should have taken full responsibility for protecting user data and preventing unauthorized access. Moving to the second relevant clause, 1.04, it states disclose actual or potential dangers. This clause highlights the ethical obligation to openly communicate any risks or hazards that could impact individuals or organizations. Regarding the data breach, Uber should have promptly disclosed the incident to affected individuals and regulatory authorities, ensuring transparency and accountability. The third relevant clause, 1.05, states cooperate in efforts to address public concerns. Here we see the significance of working together to address and resolve concerns raised by the public. In the case of Uber, it means that they should have actively collaborated with relevant parties, including law enforcement and security experts, to address the breach and its implications. Next, we have clause 1.06, which states, be fair and avoid deceptions in all statements. This clause stresses the need for honesty, integrity, and transparency in all communications. In the context of the data breach, Uber should have provided accurate and truthful information to affected individuals, authorities, and the public, avoiding any misleading statements or attempts to downplay the severity of the breach. Moving to the fifth relevant clause, 2.03, it states only use property in authorized ways. This clause underlines the importance of using company resources and assets responsibly and within the boundaries of authorization. In the case of Uber, it means that they should have ensured that Uber data was handled and accessed only in authorized ways, with robust security measures in place to prevent unauthorized access. The sixth relevant clause, 2.04, emphasizes the need to ensure documents are approved. This clause highlights the importance of obtaining proper authorization before sharing or disseminating any official documents. In the context of the data breach, Uber should have obtain appropriate approvals and follow established procedures for handling and sharing sensitive user data, prioritizing data privacy and security. The seven relevant clause 3.01 states aim for high quality, acceptable cost, and a reasonable schedule, making trade-offs clear. This clause emphasizes the need to balance quality, cost, and schedule while ensuring clear communication about any trade-offs made. Regarding the data breach, Uber should have prioritized the security and protection of user data, even if it require additional resources and efforts to ensure a robust and secure system. Lastly, we have clause 1 3.10, which states ensure adequate testing, debugging, and review of software and related documents. This clause emphasizes the importance of thorough testing, debugging, and review process to ensure the reliability and security of software and associated documents. In relation to the data breach, Uber should have conducted comprehensive security testing and vulnerability assessments to identify and address potential risks and vulnerabilities before the breach occurred. By adhering to these relevant clauses, organizations can uphold ethical standards and maintain professional practice, ultimately contributing to a safer and more responsible business environment. It is essential to learn from the Uber data breach incident and implement these ethical and professional practices to prevent similar breaches and protect user data. That's all from me. Thank you.
So, for consideration of legal, social, and professional standards, legal standards. The case involves complaints with data protection and privacy laws such as the General Data Protection Regulation in European Union and various data breach notification law in different jurisdictions. Social expectations. Society expects companies to prioritize the security and privacy of user data, promptly disclose a breach, and handle incidents responsibility to prevent harm to individuals. For professional standards, the case highlights the importance of adhering to professional standards related to data protection, ethical conduct, and transparent communication within the software engineering and technology industry.
So next for the ethical concerns, potential conflicts and challenges. Firstly, for the ethical concerns, the primary ethical concerns include the unauthorized access and theft of user data, the failure to promptly disclose the breach and notify affected individuals, and the attempt to cover up the incident. Additionally, the decision to pay the hackers and the potential impact on incentivizing future attacks raises ethical questions. Next is the potential conflicts. There can be conflicts between the interests of the company, which may prioritize minimizing reputational damage, and the interests of users who expect their data to be safeguarded and breaches to be disclosed promptly. Lastly, for the challenges involve balancing transparency with potential legal implications, ensuring accountability and responsibility, and implementing effective security measures to prevent future breaches while maintaining usability and convenience for users. So thank you for listening to our presentation. Goodbye.